course, store owners brought them out and put them way far away from our tractor. Some sort of practical joke they're playing. I mean, you know, we give them all this business and they're screwing with us. It's fine. We're not going to complain. They're giving us a good deal.
Sweep the leg.
What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here, Farming Simulator 25, episode number 2 in our Start From Scratch series. In the last episode, in case you missed it, we bought this land and our home. We bought an adjoining field. We set up some greenhouses. We bought some equipment. We got some bees. And if you missed the last episode, go back and watch it right now. What the hell are you waiting for? I don't know why you would start with episode number 2. Just watch episode number 1 first. I mean, they go in order. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. I mean, you heard the saying. I don't need to repeat it. So in the last episode, we ended by collecting the wheat from this field here. And now we're left with some straw. So I think what we're going to do to start off this episode, we are going to bale up this straw, and then we have to cultivate this field and seed it with grass, and we don't have much time because the sun is going to be setting pretty soon. So let's go ahead and hop on in our tractor. Let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. And let's bale up this hay and see what happens. All right, lower the pickup, turn on the baler. Oh, we gotta unfold it first. Let's unfold it. All right, we've turned on the baler. Here we go. This is pretty exciting. Our first baling of the series. Very exciting. And this is the reason why we bought this baler in the last episode. This baler is absolutely awesome. We are gonna bale up this straw, and then I think what we're gonna do, we'll probably have to buy some sort of trailer so that we can take the straw bales somewhere and sell them. I'm really not sure what the profit's going to be on these. I really don't know much about straw in Farming Simulator 25. We will find out together. Right now we're just worried about collecting this straw. This baler's going to spit out big bales from the back, and the good thing about this baler, another reason why I like it, is that when you have a partial bale inside, you can spit it out and it won't stay in there. So recapping last episode, we did buy the equipment that we're going to need to start this like little grass empire. Grass and silage seem to be a really good way to make money. At least they were in Farming Simulator 22. We'll see if that's still the case here in Farming Simulator 25. And if it's not, we'll just pivot and we will go on to some other crop that's a good money maker. So you can see right here a little straw bale peeking out the back of this baler. And that's pretty cool. It's like the baler is giving birth to a little straw bale baby. I mean, that's a little weird. I'm sorry I said that. So in this episode, after we bale up this straw, we're going to collect it up. We're going to move it off to the side. We're going to cultivate this field, and we're going to plant some more grass. And I think that's really going to be it for this day. At that point, we can sleep and check out things in our first new morning here on our new farm. And we got to come up with a name for the farm too. I don't know, leave it in the comments down below. What should we name our farm? So also in this episode, we're going to try to formulate a plan for the new year and what kind of crops we want to have. Like, what's next on the agenda? I think the next thing on the agenda is going to be to get a chicken coop set up. And we do have a little container of wheat over there, and it's just sitting in that trailer. I don't know, do we want to sell it Or do we want to hold on to it for when we set up our chicken coop? We can just dump it right in there. I'm really not sure what the best thing to do is. We'll have to kind of check on the prices, see if this is a good time to sell wheat. Probably isn't. And it also makes me rethink getting rid of the silo that was originally here on the farm, because it would be nice to have some place to store our grain if we're not going to sell it right away. But we can't harp on the things that should have been, would have been, could have been. We just have to move forward with what we've got and face the consequences of our decisions. I mean, that's going to be this series. We are going to be facing the consequences of a lot of our decisions. And that's the beauty of this game. It's going to be the beauty of the series. Hand up accountability for every decision that we make. We might make some dumb ones. It's happened before. Alright, well, baling up this straw has not produced many little straw bales, so I'm really not sure if it was worth doing it. The time and energy it took to do this, I don't know if it's going to be worth it in the end, or whether we should have just plowed over top of it. But we'll see. Once we get done, we'll count them all up, see what kind of profitability these little bales are going to make us. And in the future, if it's not worth it, then we won't worry about it. It's always super exciting at the beginning of a farm simulator playthrough. The early grind, it's pretty special. Not a whole lot of games really have what this game offers, and it's pretty cool. Alright, it is our last row of straw here. Pretty cool. And I tell you what, the graphics in this game, very, very cool. The sounds are really cool. Oh my god, look out. Oh jeez. I went right off of this path. I was not paying attention. But yeah, just the way the sunlight reflects off of stuff, the shadows. I love the way that the tires leave the impressions in the field. It is pretty neat. And here we go. So it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 bales. Let's go ahead and turn this baler off. And then we can unload and kick out the rest of these bales here. And there we go. All right, let's go ahead and detach this baler. All right, so we got 6 bales. Let's go ahead and pick them up, get them off the field. I'll tell you what, the sound of this John Deere tractor is so different than the sound of our other tractor. This thing just sounds so badass. And let me know in the comments down below, what are some of your favorite tractors that you've been using here in Farming Simulator 25 or Farming Simulator 24? Do you have Farming Simulator 25 yet? Or do you plan on getting it? Because I gotta tell you, I was a little skeptical at first. You know, people always talk about, is it going to be a reskin of Farming Simulator 22? It is different. And it's different in a really good way. Certainly worth the money spent to buy it. So if I had to give a recommendation, I would certainly say buy it. Save up your money and buy it. There we go. All of the bales are picked up. Let's go ahead and check these prices for hay. Wow. I mean, look at that detail. It's just so cool. All right, here's the prices. We're not looking for hay, we're looking for straw. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I get confused here sometimes. And that is what we're going to have to deal with throughout the entire series. All right, here's straw. 108 per liter is the best deal. That's the animal dealer. That is not a whole lot of money. So if we wait until January, we can sell it for $1.50 per liter. I don't know how many liters each bale is. Looks like each bale is 8,250 liters. So if you multiply 2,050 times $50, which is a difference, it's quite a big difference. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go stack the hay or the straw over here somewhere, and we can come get it later. Maybe in January we can take it on over and sell it. All right, tell you what we're gonna do. Probably not a wise idea, but we're gonna unload the hay right here. There we go. We're just going to keep the bales there until January. We'll go sell them. We're probably going to need a trailer. I don't know if this thing's going to be able to pick them up again. So we can use a trailer. We're going to need one anyway. All right, hopping back in our case. We do have a container of wheat here. Let's check the wheat prices. Looks like wheat is selling at $8.63. That's the train, which I don't like to use the train. So $8.68 at the grain mill. We can also sell this in January for $1,224 per liter. So let's go ahead and hang on to that wheat. Plus, we might use it for some chickens. All right, next thing we got to do, we got to cultivate this field over here, and we don't have a cultivator. Looks like we're going to have to purchase some more equipment. Oh, yeah. All right, taking a look at the cultivators. Not sure which one we want. Let's go ahead and check the used section, and no cultivators here. All right, well, cultivators, I mean, we don't have a huge field, so we don't need anything ridiculous. This thing's 5 meters. It's going to work pretty well. This thing is 6 meters, and it's also going to work pretty well. Well, the problem is for 1 extra meter, it costs twice as much. So I think what we're going to do, bang for our buck, we're going to go ahead and buy this. Looks like it's a Lemken cultivator. It's just a little guy. Let's go ahead and buy this. And we'll go pick this up at the shop, and let's cultivate that field over there. Then we can plant some grass seeds. Excuse me. Wow, these people are just walking around with no clue. I mean, somebody's going to get hurt here in Sri Lanka. All right, here we go. Cultivator attached. Let's go over to that field. Well, I tell you what, this Case tractor rips through these fields. It is so fast. All right, here we go. Cultivating the field. We're going to turn this into grass as well. I believe with both of these fields set up as grass, we're going to be able to make quite a bit of money to help us out here in the beginning of this series. Alright, finishing up the cultivation of this field. We got one little area to finish up down here. And then we're going to jump on into the seeder and get this field seeded for some grass. And there we go. Cultivation is done. Let's go ahead and hop over here and grab this seeder. And we'll just leave the cultivator right here. Now we have got to find a place to put all this equipment too. This equipment is just kind of spread all around here. I mean, it could be that we just build like a little shed or something. Not sure. All right, seed is set to grass. Let's go ahead and lower the seeder. And here we go. We're going to use the AI worker. Let's check and see. Is it Amy? No, it's Jeff. Jeff with the man bun. I think, is that Jeff? Jeff has a man bun. Yep, Jeff's got a man bun. I mean, take a look. You can see it right there. Wow, he is just seeding the field with his man bun, and that's good. He's helping us out. Good for you, Jeff. All right, let's take a look at the calendar for crops. We're right now in August. The next month's going to be September. Grass is not going to be ready until probably about November. We can harvest it, but we're running out of room to plant stuff. So we could only plant wheat, barley, canola in the next couple months. So I think we're going to hold off on that. Let's just get going with some grass, unless we can buy another field. But we do need a couple other things here to purchase before we make that happen. We're going to need a trailer to haul our greenhouse stuff, and I really like this one. It's very easy to use. It's only $20,500. I feel like this is a really good way to go. We're gonna wait on this until we have some stuff to put on it. Maybe there'll be a better option at that time, but this is going to be in our sights for something to buy. All right, one of the other things we're going to think about purchasing is this Amazon fertilizer spreader. It does have a really wide path that it spreads, and you can adjust it so you can make it as small as you want or up to 42 meters wide. It's only $25,000. You can attach it to the back of the tractor, but we're going to need to fertilize our grass fields. Even with the seeder having the fertilizer in it, it only fertilizes the field about 50%, and we want the highest yield possible, not just with grass, but for any crop that we're going to have going forward. So this thing is going to be a workhorse for us for the entire series. All right, let's have a conversation about these greenhouses. I bought the large greenhouses, and in Farming Simulator 22, you put the water in, and really didn't take much water, and it didn't use much water. But if you take a look at these things, each large greenhouse holds 40,000 liters of water. Now, in between the last episode and this episode, I filled up each greenhouse, and it took 5 trips with our little water tanker to each greenhouse. That's 15 trips to that little pond thing in order to fill up all these greenhouses. And I tell you what, that is really going to get annoying quick. Now already it hasn't even been a whole day, and you can see that the greenhouses are using a large amount of water. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that and maybe come up with a better solution for water. Now, one of the things you can buy under silo extensions, I'm not sure why it's under silo extensions, there's a supplementary water tank. It helps supply your greenhouses with water. It's got to be placed near a greenhouse, but basically I think it adds 5,000 liters of water to each greenhouse. We'd have to place it somewhere near all of them. And I don't think that would be possible with the way our greenhouses are spaced out. So we could put one maybe by this tree here, and that would service these 2 greenhouses, but I'm not sure if it would reach this one. We might give it a shot. Just put a supplemental water tank down right around here. I tell you what, it's only 2,100 bucks. Let's go ahead and buy this right now. All right, the area is restricted. Overlaps with another object. Oh boy. I mean, we just really want to sit it over here. We don't want it to be in the way. I feel like this is probably going to be sticking in the way here. I mean, the other option is to kind of sit it over here by the house and by our honey. I'm not sure if it's going to reach all three greenhouses, but I think it's going to reach the first two. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and buy this supplemental water tank, and we're just going to sit it right here. All right, there we go, supplemental water tank. Let's check on the greenhouses. Now you can see each one has 45,000 liters of water. So it is giving them some extra water. It's giving them 5,000 liters each of water, and it does reach. Looks like it's reaching all of the greenhouses, which is really cool. All right, good for us. I don't know what the water consumption is going to be like in the greenhouses, but eventually I believe we are going to want to buy this big boy here, this Lizard water tanker. 32,000 liters, it's $90,000. That is a big purchase. But the cool thing about purchasing that is we get to buy one of these trucks, and that is always a good thing. It's just too bad they're really expensive. So we're probably looking at about $200,000 for that purchase, and I think that's going to happen later. Certainly not anytime soon, unless we win the lottery. I'm trying not to take out any loans in this series. I mean, we started off with a pretty good chunk of change, and I feel like if we can't make that work, then we are a failure as a farmer. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, look, we already got some honey over here, which is pretty cool. It even says raw honey on the packaging, and that is awesome. Bees are going to be a steady source of income. And during the winter months, I'm pretty sure they get dormant, so not as much honey gets produced. And we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. All right, well, our field is being seeded right now. You can tell the AI worker taking their time, and I'm going to dismiss this AI worker and take over myself because I believe I could do it a little bit faster. Alright, well, this seeder is out of fertilizer, so we are going to hop the curb here and head on back to the store. I believe we did have some leftover fertilizer that was out there, and we are just going to refill this seeder here. As a matter of fact, we got some seeds here too. Alright, refilling it with seeds, refilling it with fertilizer. There we go. We still got some seeds and fertilizer left over here. Let's go back to the field. We'll finish it up, and then we are going to be ready for our first night's sleep. Alright, well, there it is. It was a sloppy job, but it's done now. That field is seeded with grass. We are not going to need this seeder really for a while until we get some other crops. You do not have to reseed grass fields. Let's go ahead and drop this thing off. And I think we are ready for our first night's sleep. Here we go. We've worked really hard. The month of August is going to be over. Let's go ahead and sleep, and we'll sleep till 7 in the morning. I mean, we're sleeping in here. 7 o'clock in the morning. It is September. A new day is on us, and take a look at this. We've got some chili peppers here, I think. Wow, chili peppers. That means we probably have some lettuce. Look at this. 3 pallets of lettuce. We probably got some stuff on the other side of this. Wow, pretty cool. There is our lettuce. I'm assuming this is our garlic. Wow, lettuce, garlic, and chili peppers. It's only been 1 month and we've got 3 pallets already. I mean, these things are cranking. Taking a look at the water consumption, I mean, pretty good here. Not too bad for 1 month. Let's go ahead and check on our field. And look at this, we've got grass growing. It's only 50% fertilized, so we are going to need to go buy a fertilizer, fertilize these fields. Well, let's go ahead and do that now. Checking in the used section. Anything new? There is a Case AF11. That's a big old harvester. We are not going to buy that. We are looking at this thing right here. This is the Amazon fertilizer spreader. Let's go ahead and buy this. $25,000. Jump on into our Case Puma tractor here. And let's go ahead over to the shop. We'll pick up our spreader. And we are going to spread some fertilizer all over our fields. And they're going to like it. Here it is. We can actually just come right over here to our fertilizer bags. Let's fill it on up. All right, 941 liters is 29% full. I don't think that's going to cut it. We're going to have to go back in here and buy some fertilizer. Let's go and buy 2 more bags. It's going to be $3,840. And of course, store owners brought them out and put them way far away from our tractor. Some sort of practical joke they're playing. I mean, you know, we give them all this business and they're screwing with us. It's fine. We're not going to complain. They're giving us a good deal. There we go. The fertilizer spreader is almost full. 91% full. That is going to be plenty of fertilizer. And take a look at the haze across these fields. That is absolutely awesome. What a beautiful September morning it is here. It is a little bit cloudy, and that's fine. Back on the farm. Let's go ahead and start on this side. And let's just fertilize the hell out of this. All right, here we go. Backing that camera up. Boy, this thing has a very, very wide berth. And it's not really changing color here, so it's going to be difficult to see where we've already been. We're just going to kind of eyeball it. And if we overlap some areas, that's fine. One of the cool things about this spreader is you can change the working width to make it as small as you need it, so you're not wasting a bunch of fertilizer. Alright, first field is done. Let's go ahead and we'll continue through this second field here. We don't have to worry about running over our crops. One thing I did do in this series is I turned off the crop destruction, because crop destruction is the bane of my existence in Farming Simulator, and I absolutely hate it. And I need this playthrough series to be super fun. In order for it to be super fun, crop destruction has got to be turned off. Same thing with field stones. It's turned off. I hate it. I did see a challenge on YouTube. Somebody was doing $100,000. So you start with $100,000 and $100,000 in debt. And that's it. And you got nothing. So you got to buy a plot of land and start making some sort of money. And the goal of the series, I think, was to pay off the debt and to start earning like $100,000 a month. And that is a pretty tough challenge. Doesn't matter what map you're on. So I'm thinking about doing something like that maybe in the future. Let me know in the comments down below if that is something that piques your interest. All right, here we go. Fertilizing is done on these fields. We gotta wait 2 more months for them to be ready for mowing. I tell you what, we are going to need a trailer, and I do like this flatbed trailer here. Let's go ahead and buy this. $20,500. Now we can put an extension on it, but we really don't need that. So $20,500. Let's buy this trailer. Let's head on over to the shop and pick it up. Boy, we have a lot of equipment sitting around this farm. We are going to have to build something, a place where we can hold all of our equipment. Here's our nice, cool little trailer. The good thing about this is we can load in the pallets of lettuce and chili peppers and garlic, strap it down, take it wherever it needs to go. And we'll probably wait until we have a whole full section of product before we go ahead and load this thing up. Let's go ahead and park this bad boy right here. Tell you, a lot of stuff going on the farm already. We've got our grass working. We do have a container of wheat over here. The question is, are we going to use it and start our chickens right now, or are we going to wait for that? I mean, are we getting too ambitious, or should we buy another field? I mean, this chicken pen is going to cost us about $79,000. We can put it over here, kind of tuck it out of the way, and then we can actually put a couple of them over in this section. We can put 2 or 3 little chicken coops over here and have like this super duper egg business going on to make us some money. Now this will cost us $80,000. It'll only leave us about $57,000, and we gotta buy chickens. So I'm not really sure if it's something that we want to do right now, or do we hold off on it. I mean, the other thing that we can think about is buying this other field for the same price pretty much of buying a chicken coop. We could buy field number 47. Field number 47 does have some oats, withered oats. I don't know, can you still harvest withered oats? I really don't know. I mean, I'm imagining you can't harvest them. Taking a look at the crop counter, you cannot harvest oats in September. So we'd basically just be plowing over this field. I mean, we could plow over it and plant some grass. We have 3 fields of grass. That is a lot of grass. So I'm not sure. That's something that we're going to have to think about. We could also purchase field number 43. That's $102,000. That's going to take a lot of our money. This has some spinach growing on it. Now spinach you could harvest all year round. I don't know how to harvest spinach. It's something we'd have to look into. So I tell you what we're going to do. We are going to hold off for right now. And let's just go ahead back to the farm. And now that these fields are 100% fertilized for the grass, let's go ahead and sleep for 1 more month. Our grass is almost going to be ready to mow. And let's just see what happens in the next month before we spend any more of our money. And that is that's where we're going to end the episode. I mean, we've done a lot. Our farm is really, really looking good. And I tell you what, we're excited about going to sleep here. Waking up in the new month, we're going to have grass. It's going to be ready to be mowed. Not sure that we're going to mow it. If you wait an extra month with grass, the secret is you get more yield. This series is just getting started, so come on back. Lots in store for us here. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Even if you didn't like the video, you got to hit it. It's part of the YouTube rules. And don't forget, leave your comments down below. It doesn't even matter what you say. Save space here on the channel. But most importantly, thank you for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we are going to see you right back here in the next video.